glove. Makes the play.
Murakami to pull. 1-2 from Sandy. That one cut on and missed. And Murakami swings over the top of it. Another punch out for Munetaka Murakami.
Well, I'm going to say that was a changeup.
Yeah.
But either way, it was a nasty pitch down and away from Murakami.
Got him! Changeup! 2 away.
Boy, this has been Picasso, Rembrandt, everything put together with the way he's worked on the mound, with the stuff he's had, the location.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Slade Ciccone coming off a win in Motown, one of his best games of the year when he went 7 1/3, gave up 2 runs to beat the Tigers earlier on this trip. 6'4", 230, 26 years of age. Fastball, sinker, cutter, curve, and slider. Trey Turner leads it off. The shortstop takes a first pitch strike. Turner right now a career worst 640 OPS, and he got booed last night. The 0-1 pitch. Turner fouling it back 0-2. Philly has lost 3 in a row. This is their first skid under interim manager Don Mattingly. Rob Thompson was fired back in April when the club was 9-19 and had lost 10 in a row at one point. Now the pitch. Outside a ball, 1-2. Under Don Mattingly, 16-7, but 3 straight losses. Thus the Phillies back a game under 500. Now the 1-2 from Ciccone. He sets, he fires, and it's high, 2-2. For Ciccone, the key is not only get ahead in the count, but put batters away with his curve and slider. He never uses the windup. First base side of the rubber. Works from the set. Back partially turned to the hitter. He delivers. And it's swung on a high chopper towards short. Cutting in front, Ramirez. He'll throw out Trey Turner. Angel Martinez in left. Stephen Kwan back in center. Chase DeLauder in right. Kyle Manzardo at first. Travis Bazzana at second. Daniel Schneemann at short. Jose Ramirez at third, and Patrick Bailey doing the catching. There's Kyle Schwarber. He struck out all 4 times last night. He had missed 3 straight games with a stomach bug. The left-handed hitting DH leads baseball with 20 bombs. The pitch, and it's high, a ball. Schwarber batting .225. Even though he has 20 homers, he only has 36 RBIs. You would think he'd have more than that with 20 home runs. The pitch to him, and it's in there, and he challenges the second pitch of the at-bat. And the big video board of beauty above the seats in left. And Kyle Schwarber knows what he's doing. Call overturned, count 2-0. Ciccone, 3 wins, 4 losses, ERA 5.16 in 10 previous starts. Now the 2-0. Check swing, strike called. The Schwarber challenge. He didn't like the call. He shook his head. 2-1 to count. Ciccone going 5 innings per start, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks per 9, 10 hits per 9. Now the 2-1. Checked on a pitch. In there, a called strike. That was 94 miles an hour. 2-2. Last night, Gavin Williams was throwing the fastball by Kyle Schwarber. That is hard to do. No score first inning, the 2-2. Swung on, broken bat, foul ball. The bat goes into shallow right field. Kyle Manzardo darted into foul territory to avoid being speared. by that broken bat barrel. 2-2 the count on Schwarber. It looked like he might leave Philly, but then he signed a big free agent contract this offseason. He's the heart and soul of this club. And it's never a coincidence. Wherever Kyle Schwarber plays, that club wins. He's that kind of winner. Now the 2-2. Waved at him. Up and in with a heater. He has struck out all 5 times in this series. 2 down for Bryce Harper. Harper batting .266, a dozen homers, 31 RBIs. Phillies admit that they may be a little left-handed heavy. They're a lot like Cleveland in that regard. They could use a right-handed thumper. 2 down, no score. Harper takes up and away. Conrad's Score 4, Win 4 New Tires contest goes on in the first 4 innings. Cleveland gets a 4-run inning. Then Tim McBride of Lakewood wins 4 Bridgestone tires. The pitch, and it's fouled back, and it's a 1-1 count. And those tires come from Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care. So you can visit econrads.com to enter. Good luck to Tim McBride of Lakewood. 2 down, nobody on. First inning, no score. Now the 1-1. Fouled it at the plate, 1-2 the count. Bryce Harper, he's one of those guys that's lived up to the billing. Remember when he was growing up in Vegas, he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated as a high school player. Well, he's been that good. Now the 1-2. Swung on, popped in the air, shallow center, out of Schneemann, in his Quan, and the center fielder makes the catch. And a good first inning.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Speaking of upper body commando, no shame in their game.
Oh, hit the bat, and then the bat hit the helmet. It's a trick shot.
The big kitty's here.
Well, the therapy rabbit, you mean?
Oh! Error on Andy Rodriguez, the Pirates' first baseman, who's fairly camped underneath it.
It's pretty cold down here, and I needed a hat. I didn't have one, so Mr. Met lent me his.
Oh, nobody caught it!
Boy, all sorts of communication issues between Rojas and Sosa.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, Neil, where are you going? He said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued.
Second inning, no score in the first pitch to Kyle Manzardo. Leans him back from right-hander Zach Wheeler. Manzardo came off the bench with his second pinch hit home run of the season last night, a game winner. Takes up and in, 2-0, and he said today it's not a role that he relishes by any means. He tries to keep it simple, and boy, he has thrived as a pinch hitter. The 2-0. Swing and a foul back. And he admitted, obviously, you keep yourself in the game. Every ballpark now has places underneath you can go hit, stay sharp. They said you also know you're going to face one of the best relievers every night when you pinch hit late. That pitch backdoored him and missed down low with a slider. So it's a tough assignment, but he got Duran last night with a solo homer to left, and Cleveland won it 1-0. Now the 3-1. Up high, called a strike. Does he challenge? You know, he went to the ear hole on his batting helmet, but you have to go to the top of the helmet and tap on it. He thought about it. Kyle Manzardo this month, third best in the American League with a .995 OPS. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Zach Wheeler's got that giddy up on that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Second strikeout, one down. Marathon's here to keep you and your team fueled all summer long. Marathon, driven together. Rhys Hoskins, the only right-handed bat in the lineup tonight, gets a nice hand after spending 6 years here in Philadelphia, where he averaged 29 homers, 83 RBIs a year. Breaking ball down and away, ball one. He loved playing here, and the other day even went by his home that he used to live in, went to his favorite breakfast spot. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, banged toward third, foul. 1-1 the count. But he did not have cheesesteak for breakfast. But Rhys Hoskins, great memories here. And what an addition he's been to this ball club, in particular to the young players, his guidance, his leadership. The 1-1. Swung on, drilled up the alley, deep left center field. It'll get down, take a bounce, and roll to the wall. He is on his way to second with a line drive double to left center. His 8th two-bagger. You just keep feeling like Rhys Hoskins is close to getting on a roll. Well, the Guardians in Boston, they go at it next weekend. And next Saturday, the game's at 4:10. It's the Austin Hedges replica jersey giveaway. Tickets at CLEGuardians.com. Now the pitch, and it's swung on, fouled into the third base seats. Strike one on Daniel Schneemann. Manager Stephen Vogt wanted to get Schneemann out of the leadoff spot. Feels he's better lower in the lineup. Batting 143 in the month of May. The pitch, fouled it at the plate. 0-2. So Cleveland's got the first opportunity. A runner at second, one down in the second. No score yet. Schneemann on the year batting .246, 4 homers, 19 RBIs. At short, Brian Rocchio getting a night off. Now the 0-2. Up high, wouldn't chase, 1-2. Zach Wheeler, former New York Met, and boy, has he thrived since signing here to Philly. Big-time free agent contract. Now the 1-2. Checked on the pitch high, 2-2. Zach Wheeler has been here for 7 years and has just been one of the best in the game. The 2-2. Swung on, foul down the left side into the lower deck. Will do it again. And the thing is, he's still throwing 95 miles an hour at age 35. In his time here in Philadelphia, he is 71-37 with a .290 ERA. Now the 2-2. Up high, full count. That was close. Wheeler was an all-star for the third time in his career last summer. Hands chest high, lets it fly, and the pitch fouled again. Third base side, drifting out of play. And a good battle here with Daniel Schneemann, still a full count. You look at Zach Wheeler, he has won a Gold Glove and twice has been the runner-up in the National League Cy Young vote. The pitch, got him swinging. Moved that fastball in on the hands. Third strikeout. Schneemann out, number 2. In 21 and 24, Wheeler was the runner-up in the Cy Young vote. Here's Angel Martinez with 2 down. He'll bat left-handed. In 21, he was 14 and 10, but had a 2.78 ERA. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. And in 21, he struck out 247 in 213 innings. Then in 24, 16 and 7, a 2.57 ERA, and another year with over 200 strikeouts. The pitch, hit in the air, foul, lower deck down the left field line, and an 0-2 count. A lot of people thought Philly was taking an awfully big gamble when they signed him to a big-time free agent contract because he had missed 2 years with the Mets, Tommy John surgery, but he stayed durable. The pitch, swung on, hit in the air, fairly deep center. Crawford drifting back, pulls it down, inning over. Hoskins 1-out double, does no damage, no score in Philly, middle of inning number.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Boomer is the dog. Doesn't he look good? I just follow his picture all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Award.org.
No score, bottom of the second. The cleanup hitter, third baseman Alec Bohm. Slade Ciccone's pitch is fouled back and out of play. Bohm, man, what a turnaround. First 35 games of the year, batted .159 with a homer. Since then, 12 games, .378, 4 home runs. The pitch, swing and a liner to first, caught by Manzardo. 1 down. That'll bring up Brandon Marsh, the left-handed hitting left fielder. Brandon Marsh is second in the National League batting chase, hitting .325, 4 homers, 22 RBIs. Left-handed hitter and just part of a power-packed lineup that still hasn't really gotten into high gear for Philly. The pitch, and it's a high heater from Slade Ciccone. And you look at Philly, they're scoring 4 runs a game. They are 22nd in the major leagues in runs scored. Cleveland's 10th. The pitch up high, and Philly's payroll is almost 4 times Cleveland's. Philly is 24th out of 30 teams in doubles, 28th in walks, 25th in OPS. You know that will change. Now the 2-0 pitch to Marsh, and it's in there. They still hit a lot of homers, 7th in all of baseball in home runs. They have 8 more home runs as a team than Cleveland. That's primarily because of Schwarber. The pitch, swung and ripped down the right field line, foul. Now, if you look at Cleveland offensively, they're 10th in the league in runs scored. Not quite 4.5 a game. Cleveland, 15th in baseball in home runs. 3rd in all of baseball in walks. The 5th fewest strikeouts in all of baseball. Cleveland is 2nd in all of baseball in steals. 17th in OPS. Cleveland has a better OPS than Philly. Now the 2-2. Got him swinging. Oh, good looking off-speed pitch. And for Slade Ciccone, that might have been a rare changeup. Sure acted like one, and he has not been throwing the changeup. But that looked like a good one right there. That's his 2nd strikeout. 2 down, 2nd inning, no score. Bryson Stott, 18 RBIs this month, the batter. Left-handed hitter, and it's a first pitch strike. And boy, Slade Ciccone is picking up where he left off in Motown. The pitch. Oh, he quick pitched him, and it was high. 1-1 the count. He got away with a quick pitch. I'm a little surprised at that. By the way, if you're a Tigers fan, Detroit, here's the set, the pitch, swing and a foul back. Tigers have lost 7 in a row, but today they maybe caught a break. They got rained out in Baltimore, and the Tigers may have needed that rain out just to kind of recalibrate. 2 down here, 2nd inning in Philadelphia, no score. A 1-2 count. Ciccone's next delivery. Swing and a weak chopper up the middle near second. Charged by Schneemann. Shortstop on the run, throws out Stott. My goodness. An 11-pitch inning for Slade Ciccone. And we motor on.
Driven to right and deep. That's over Turner Ward's head. And he makes a circus catch and disappears. That'll be on a highlight film. And Turner Ward is shaken up. What a play. And leaving the field. That will be on a highlight film for a long time to come.
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops.
Any relation to Grant? I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Alan Roden. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at that's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Scoreless ball game, just picking up where we left off. Cleveland won it on the pinch hit homer by Kyle Manzardo, 1-0. They won it in the 9th inning last night. No score here today. Stephen Kwan hitting 8th. Leads off the 3rd against Zach Wheeler. The pitch, and it's in there. Stephen's mom and dad are here. Ray and Jane Kwan. Man, are they proud parents. Why wouldn't they be? Their son's a major leaguer and a terrific young man. The pitch, and it's in there, a strike. Stephen's mom was a volleyball player, a libero at San Jose State University, and Stephen will tell you she's the one that could be tough when it came to sports. The 0-2 down low once he was down on the ground in a baseball game when he was a little guy. She hollered from the stands, "Get up, you're not hurt." If mom says you're not hurt, you get up. Now the 1-2 pitch. Up and in, 2-2. And, well, her son, he may not be big in stature, but what a start to his career. 5'9", 170. Scuffling a little bit now, batting 199. And he takes, that looked like strike 3. Phillies, I can't believe they didn't challenge that call. Boy, that looked like a strikeout. And the Phillies did not challenge. So maybe JT Realmuto thought it was a ball. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Shallow right. Stott out. Garcia in. Stott, the second baseman, with a one-handed grab. Well, this is your Hyundai Grand Slam giveaway inning. Going to be tough to hit a grand slam, much less get 3 guys on base in one inning against Zach Wheeler. But what the heck? Robert Graves of Parma Heights trying to win the Hyundai Kona, courtesy of your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com, your chance to win. Patrick Bailey waves at it, the switch-hitting catcher, batting left-handed, hitting ninth. 2 dandy pitchers again tonight. A couple of righties, Wheeler and Ciccone, both look sharp. The pitch, and it's inside a ball. Bailey batting 140, couple of homers, 8 RBIs, got his first home run with Cleveland the other day in Motown. Now the windup, now the 1-1. Up and in, ball 2, 2-1. Hey, Dollar Bank, it's the proud banking partner of the Guardians. 28 locations in Northeast Ohio, ready to provide solutions to help get you there. Now the kick and delivery, and it's fouled over the screen. This will drop below in the home plate seating area. Now Wheeler just comes at you. And with his stuff, why wouldn't you? 2 balls, 2 strikes. The only hit in the game, a Reese Hoskins double. The pitch, down low, full count. Zach Wheeler, teams came in tonight batting under 100 off his fastball and batting 100 off his split. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul out of play down the left field line. I mean, if you have one pitch like that, but your fastball that he can work up or down and the split that he works down, how do you hit this guy?
Right, and no coincidence, the Phillies have been better since he returned after missing the first couple of weeks due to injury.
Now the windup by Wheeler. Now the 3-2 pitch to Bailey. Down low, good at bat. The number 9 hitter draws a walk, and there is nothing that'll frustrate a pitcher and a catcher more than when they walk a 140 hitter. And that's not to disparage Patrick Bailey, but those are the guys that you want to go after when you're the pitcher and catcher, and a good at bat for Patrick Bailey. Top of the order now. Here's Travis Bazzana. 1 out, 1 on, no score, 3rd inning. The pitch inside. I don't know how it missed him. Just did dance out of the way. Bazzana bounced out his first time up. Will Travis Bazzana find a home at the top of the order for, who knows, the next 10 years? We'll see. Now the 1-0 pitch. Inside again, 2-0. He's got a .391 on base percentage, and manager Stephen Vogt said, look, Travis has shown he can control the at-bat. He's not overwhelmed. And you want him to get as many at-bats in a game as you can. Now the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a foul out of play, third base side. That's how good Wheeler's fastball is. 2-0, challenged Bazzana, and he fouled it off the other way. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, 1 on, third inning, no score on a raw Philadelphia evening. Now the 2-1. Down and outside, 3-1. This is the kind of night when Rocky was getting ready for his first fight against Apollo Creed. He would have closed the refrigerator door, not had the eggs, and gone back to bed. Forget the morning run or evening run. The 3-1. Fouled it back. Full count.
Well, thank goodness then there wouldn't have been 27 Rocky movies. Would have ended right there.
This is just brutal.
It's bad. Memorial Day weekend. Come on.
But we're playing, and that's what's important. Now the payoff pitch. Runner stays, and it's hit in the air. Shallow center. Stott out, Crawford in. Stott, the second baseman, makes the catch. That's how good the fastball is. When you're in a hitter's count, you're still popping it up. 2 down. Here's Jose Ramirez with a runner at first. No score, third inning. He'll swing it left-handed. He popped up his first time. Hey, whenever the Guardians do win, Northeast Ohio Ford dealers donate $500 to Cleveland Guardians charities to support youth sports. Now the set and delivery. A swing and a foul back. Oh, did he have a cut? Strike 1. Manager Stephen Vogt saying this 7-game win streak has shown this young club they can beat anybody. The 0-1 down low, 1-1. That was the splitter. Clubs always talk about, yeah, we can beat anybody. Well, it's simply talk until you go out and do it. Cleveland's done. 5-0 on this road trip so far. 7 straight wins. Now the 1-1. Swing and a foul upstairs. Upper deck behind the plate. And a 1-2 count on Ramirez. And Stephen Vogt said it's really important to get this kind of a win streak against this kind of competition early in the year. That's what really gets a young kid and a young team really starting to grow. The pitch got him swinging on a nasty split finger. 4 strikeouts for Wheeler as he gets Ramirez. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. No.
Walker going back over near the track, on the track, near the wall, and makes the catch. The out. He robbed a home run. That ball really carried.
Doesn't hurt having a 6'6" right fielder. Schwarber swings, launches it deep right field. It's on its way. And Kyle Schwarber over the Phillies bullpen. His major league leading 18th of the year.
And man, was that a loud sound coming off the bat of Kyle Schwarber.
That's in the air, and it's a long run for McGonigal. He is there. What an amount of ground to cover, man.
J.J. Bleday all day long. Homers in back-to-back ABs.
Well, the Reds needed a little joy around here, and J.J. Bleday has provided just that.
That's driven to right field. Back goes McKinstry near the wall. It's out of here. A.J. Ewing with his first major league home run.
His fan base is falling in love, and it's easy to fall in love right now with A.J. Ewing. Congratulations to him.
Wherever you drive, any make or model, they've got you covered with a great selection of major tire brands. Expertly installed by certified pros. And the kicker? Your Ford dealer often has deals that beat dedicated tire shops. So, when it's time for new tires, roll with your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer.
It's the bottom third of the order in the bottom third inning. Cleveland and Philadelphia. Well, deja vu, another pitcher's duel, no score. JT Realmuto, the right-handed hitting catcher, facing Slade Ciccone. And the pitch is in there, called strike. Realmuto batting .215 with a homer, 8 RBIs. There's a number of these Phillies, including Realmuto, off to slow starts. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. It is absolutely stunning that we are playing baseball. Light mist has been falling, but we're getting the game in. Now the 1-1 delivery. Down low, 2-1. The Phillies have to play a day game in San Diego Monday afternoon. That's why they had no interest in a day-night doubleheader tomorrow, and really no team does, but then travel to the West Coast. The 2-1 swung on, tapped foul third base side, 2-2. And Rosie, both managers know, again, you start these day-night doubleheaders, straight-up doubleheader. That's how you can destroy a bullpen.
And there's no guarantee on weather tomorrow.
No.
So it could really get backed up. And you're right, in addition to what it can do to a pitching staff.
Now the 2-2 pitch to Realmuto. And he drills one over the head of Ramirez near the left field line, cut off by Martinez. And Realmuto with the first base hit in the game for Philly. That'll bring up the right fielder, Adolis Garcia, who's really off to a slow start after leaving the Texas Rangers. Boy, he had some good years there, winning a World Series 3 years ago. Adolis Garcia batting .203, 4 homers, 14 RBIs. For Ciccone, nothing different with men on because he never uses the windup. The pitch on the outer edge, called strike. Slade Ciccone, former first-round pick by Arizona, out of the University of Miami, acquired in the Josh Naylor trade. The pitch and a wave chop, good-looking breaking ball down and away, and he chased it. 0-2. Parker Messick and Andrew Painter. The matchup tomorrow, weather permitting, at 1:35. Now, these would have been packed houses, an electric atmosphere here, but a lot of folks decided not to battle this weather. Now the 0-2 delivery. Got him swinging on a fastball high and wide. Third strikeout for Ciccone. Garcia out number 1. That'll bring up Justin Crawford. In a way, it's a shame because this and San Diego, the two best ballpark atmospheres in the game. But this kind of weather certainly takes away some of that home field advantage. Here's center fielder Justin Crawford, slow chopper to the second baseman. Bazana going toward first, still was able to turn and get the lead runner, Realmuto, at second. Crawford, you're never doubling up, is on at first. And now there are 2 men out, still no score. Top of the order in the bottom of the third, and the batter Trey Turner grounded out his first time up. This ballpark under Charlie Manuel saw the Phillies go to back-to-back World Series. That pitch down and away. Back in the 2000s, they beat Tampa one year. The next year, they lost to the Yankees. And this city has been spoiled by its sports teams here. As that pitch swung on, foul tip, 1-1 the count. Think of what the Eagles have done in regards to the Super Bowl, and the Phillies, a perennial contender. They got to the World Series a few years back, but lost it. Now the 1-1 to Turner, and he taps one out in front of the plate, but then it kicks foul off to the first base side, 1-2 the count. They are still considered one of the National League World Series favorites. Rosie, and again, maybe we shouldn't say this based on what Cleveland did, but Atlanta's a better team than Detroit was a year ago. They're already 10.5 back. They may have to put their sights on the wild card.
You would think, and we saw Atlanta firsthand. That's a really good ball club.
Now the 1-2 delivery. Down and away, 2-2. Take nothing away from Detroit and the first half they had a year ago, but Atlanta's a much better ball club than Detroit was a year ago when they blew the 15.5 game lead on the historic comeback by Cleveland. Unless the Braves have a plethora of injuries, hard to imagine that they're not going to gallop in as the division winners in the National League East. Now the 2-2. Swing and a foul tip that was hung on to by Patrick Bailey. The strikeout ends the inning, and we stay scoreless going to the fourth in Philadelphia.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what D-Rose. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are tie cups.
And these are tie cups.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going.
You know what they say, one great play deserves another.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
No scores. We hit the fourth inning here in Philly. Chase DeLauder leads things off facing Zach Wheeler. Here's the pitch. And it's swung on and fouled back out of play. So 0-1 on DeLauder, who struck out his first time up. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton. Great to have you with us from Philadelphia. Tim Jones, our on-site engineer. Here's the 0-1. And it's up high for a ball. 1-1. And Brian Motze back at command center, counting down the minutes to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals for the Cavaliers and Knicks. The 1-1. Swung on, line drive, right field. That gets down for a base hit. Rolls up against the wall. On it quickly is Garcia. Fires to second as DeLauder's on his way. And he's in safely with a slide. Boy, the throw was pretty good. But it hopped up on Trey Turner, who couldn't pick it cleanly. And Chase DeLauder has double number 11 on the season. Well, we say it so often. Good pitcher on the mound. You've got to take advantage of what could be, or what will be, limited scoring opportunities. Guardians have one here with the leadoff double, and Kyle Manzardo stepping in. Struck out first time. The pitch from Wheeler. Swing and a miss, strike one. We play through the mist, sometimes a little bit more than that. Hard breeze going across the diamond from right to left. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, pulled foul past Sandy Alomar, the first base coach. And quickly it's 0-2 on Manzardo. DeLauder out at second base. Nobody out here in the fourth inning of a scoreless game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Tied him up inside with the hard stuff. Another strikeout for Wheeler, his fifth. Well, he's got good life on the fastball and actually down a tick or two miles per hour wise, mainly 94 miles an hour so far in the ball game, and that's a little bit below where he normally sits. Here's Rhys Hoskins. The pitch to him is swung on and popped up foul and out of play. First base side. 0-1 the count. Wheeler from the stretch. Sets up high. And here's his pitch. And it's up and in for a ball, 1-1. You talk about a lot of great sports teams in this town, some really unique venues. Walked over to the Palestra this morning on the campus of the University of Pennsylvania. And Tom, I know you've called a game there for college basketball, the 1-1. Breaking ball low and outside. That is a classic old barn.
That's one of those bucket lists when you're doing college basketball. If you get to do a game at the Palestra or Duke Cameron Indoor, you never pass up that assignment.
No frills, it's benches, but they get loud in there. The 2-1 swung on, popped up on the third base side of the infield. Bohm ranging toward the dugout, leans in and has no play. That one looked like it hit the top of the netting as the wind just blew that one out of play.
They have those old steam heaters too, the radiators in the building. It's basically a glorified high school gym, except the history just oozes out of those walls at the Palestra.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the changing shape of college basketball, the Big Five rivalry here in town, not as much. Here's the 2-2. Outside and high, 3-2. Villanova, St. Joe's, Penn, Temple.
Well, the kids at Penn know that all of those other schools, those kids will work for them someday.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Hoskins. He's down on strikes. Oh, you went there.
Well, when's the last time we heard of an academic casualty in college football or basketball?
It's been
over the last 3 years since NIL.
Yeah, that's changed the landscape a little bit.
But not at an Ivy League school. You go to Penn, you're going there to get a degree.
Daniel Schneemann steps in. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for a strike.
When I did the game there, Fran Dunphy was the coach. He was the iconic coach at Penn. And I had asked him at that time, you know, Fran could have taken a lot of other bigger jobs.
Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1-1.
You could relate to this. He said, why would I take another job? I've got everything I need. A home in Philadelphia and a home on the Jersey Shore. I'm set.
Yes, he is. What was the matchup? Penn and Penn State?
Penn and Penn State.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. In case there's anybody from LaSalle, I didn't want to leave them out of the Big Five rivalry games, but that's the fifth school in Philly.
Not quite the same without the late, great Rolly Massimino at Villanova, or even, for that matter, Jay Wright.
And John Chaney at Temple.
Yep.
That's when they used to argue about, well, wait a minute, we don't want to play these games at the Palestra. We want them on our home floor. And somehow they kept it going for maybe longer than it would have been. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, fouled back into the net.
Hopefully we'll get back to that someday, because that's what makes college sports different than pro sports, but starting to feel like the same thing.
You almost wish football would just go off on its own and let basketball get back to the good stuff. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, fouled back, and out of play again. No score. We're in the top half of the fourth inning. And right next to the Palestra is Franklin Field. A big football stadium that the Eagles used to play in back in the day. And they host the Penn Relays. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, fouled off.
That was always Army Navy there, too.
For a while.
You know?
Some great spots here in Philadelphia. Now everything's new here in this complex. This ballpark here and the football stadium next door. And I guess it's still new, the Sixers Flyers arena. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, and it's a high chopper to the first baseman. Up with it, Harper flips to Wheeler, covering just there ahead of Schneemann for the out. And the side is retired, so that leadoff double does no damage.
Clayton and Ellen's kids throughout the ceremonial first pitches. The spray pattern was interesting. It was creative. I like that.
Yeah, this guy actually left the house today and said, you know what, honey? I'm going to bring my hamburger head to the ballpark today.
Marshawn Lynch earlier this afternoon and had a base hit up the middle, but hurt his hand.
A handful of bees right there. No idea what Scooble was thinking. And this place is rocking now.
Walker going back over near the track, on the track, near the wall, and makes the catch. The out. He robbed a home run. That ball really carried.
Doesn't hurt having a 6'6" right fielder. Schwarber swings, launches it deep right field. It's on its way. And Kyle Schwarber over the Phillies bullpen. His major league leading 18th of the year.
And man, was that a loud sound coming off the bat of Kyle Schwarber.
That's in the air, and it's a long run for McGonigal. He is there. What an amount of ground to cover, man.
J.J. Bleday all day long. Homers in back-to-back ABs.
Well, the Reds needed a little joy around here, and J.J. Bleday has provided just that.
That's driven to right field. Back goes McKinstry near the wall. It's out of here. A.J. Ewing with his first major league home run.
His fan base is falling in love, and it's easy to fall in love right now with A.J. Ewing. Congratulations to him.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Medicare coverage for your whole life ahead. Learn more at uhc.com.
We head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Guardians and Phillies, no score. Slade Ciccone really has it rolling here tonight, facing Kyle Schwarber, and he starts him off with the curve, and it's in there for strike one. Schwarber, looking back at the home plate umpire, Jordan Baker, I don't know if he asked for a challenge and it wasn't granted, because then Baker looked into the dugout. I think someone was giving him some heat. Schwarber with a successful ABS challenge back in the first inning. Now he gets back in the box. Here's the 0-1. Up and in, that leaned him back. And it's 1-1.
Rosie, I wish I could name the scout, but it's not fair to the scout who was so very high on Kyle Schwarber when he was at Indiana.
Here's the 1-1. On the outside corner.
He was a catcher at Indiana, but a lot of people didn't think he'd be able to catch in the big leagues, or they questioned it. And obviously he was going to be a first-round pick.
Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2-2.
And he was getting a lot of pushback at the pre-draft meeting, where these guys all come together, state the case for the kids in their area as to why they feel he should be your team's first-round pick.
Here's the pitch to him, and he swings and pops it up foul, back out of play.
And the powers that be kept arguing with this scout that, well, where's he going to play? We don't think he can catch. We don't know if he can play the outfield. He finally took his report, slammed it on the table.
Here's the 2-2 to Schwarber. Swung on, foul back.
He says he's going to hit third every night. We can figure out the rest, and left the room.
And at 33 years of age, he'll have 20 bombs before Memorial Day.
The bottom line was, if he's a 3-hole hitter, we can find him a place to play.
Amazing how that works. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Schwarber. Outside, 3-2.
And that scout was right, because now remember, Cubs tried to make him an outfielder. He got hurt. Now he's basically a full-time DH.
And a lot of teams wanted him this offseason. He came back to Philadelphia on a long-term deal. The 3-2 swung on, and there's a high fly ball to center, but not deep. Looking up in the air to find it and make the catch is Kwan. One away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No score. Bryce Harper steps in. Kind of touched on it earlier, but the Phillies kind of brought some older players back. They had to re-sign Schwarber and Real Muto, but Schwarber is showing that he's okay at 33, at least right now, because he's having one of his best starts ever, and that's saying a lot. Here's Harper. He's off to a solid start. Here's the pitch to him, up and in.
You get a sense, though, that this group doesn't have many more years together, do you?
No.
Like they've got to capitalize here soon.
Here's the pitch to Harper, and it's down low for a ball. And there was some talk. Hey, should they run it back with this whole group? And they've done that. And boy, there's so much talent here. You figure they'll get it going. Here's the 2-0. Swung on, blasted foul deep down the left side, out of play.
I mean, yeah, they're getting up there in age, but man, can you imagine them in October? They're never going to be fazed by anything. They've been to the World Series. You felt like they should have gone again that year that they got upset by Arizona.
Here's Cicconi's pitch. Harper lines it up the middle, a base hit into center field. Cicconi ducking out of the way of a screamer right back at him that ends up in center for a base hit. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. Alec Bohm steps to the plate. No score. Bryce Harper at first base, bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch, and Bohm lines it to right. That's a base hit. On his way to second, and holding right there is Harper. And now back-to-back singles. The Phillies have a couple of men on with only one out. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton in Philadelphia. 2-hour rain delay, but we are playing despite less than ideal conditions. Tim Jones is our on-site engineer. Brian Matze back at command center. And up to the plate, Brandon Marsh, who struck out first time up. First real jam for Slade Cicconi. His pitch is swung on, ripped to first. Fair ball. Diving stop, Manzardo. Throws back to Cicconi. Hey, got him at first. What a play by Manzardo and Cicconi to retire Marsh as the base runners move up. It's now Harper at third and Bohm at second, but still no score with 2 down. Boy, Manzardo continues to show great strides defensively at first base. Now the Phillies, it looked like they might want to challenge, but they do not. The catcher Patrick Bailey out to the mound just to give Cicconi a little break here as he reins it in after making that good play over at first base, taking a high throw from Manzardo after Manzardo made that diving stop that took him into foul territory and still made a good throw back to first. Bryson Stott steps in, so Cicconi's not out of the woods yet. Here's the pitch, and it's outside for ball 1. Been a lot of improvements for the Guardians this year. That's been the result of, or has resulted in the this outstanding record so far at 31 and 22 coming in. Starting pitching, terrific. Offense improved. The bullpen outstanding. And the defense really starting to come around now. Here's the 1-0. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count on Stott. Well, with Wheeler on the mound for the Phillies, Ciccone knows that there is very little margin for error here tonight. And he's trying to keep it scoreless in the fourth. The 1-1 swung on, grounded up the middle, base hit. This will score 2. Coming across, Harper chasing him home is Bohm. He'll score 2. And the 2-run, 2-out single from Bryson Stott has put the Phillies on the board for the first time in the series. It is 2-0 Philadelphia. Now Stott has had quite a month of May. He now has 20 runs batted in 21 games this month. Give him 25 for the season. And he comes up big here in the fourth inning. Now JT Realmuto singled his first time up. Ciccone pitches, and it's up and in for ball 1. That one got away. And Ciccone looked in. That was a cutter that didn't. And right away, Ciccone looked in at Realmuto and kind of tapped his chest as if to say, hey, my bad. Just a pitch that got away. Most likely, both pitchers will have to contend with some moist baseballs to be sure, and that might have been the case there for Ciccone. Here's his pitch. Swung on, grounded up the middle, a base hit into left center. On his way to third goes Stott, and the 4th single in the inning has put runners on the corners for the Phillies, who this second time through the lineup have figured out Slade Ciccone.
But he doesn't look like the same guy since Bryce Harper nearly decapitated him with the base hit to start this uprising in the 4th. Somehow Ciccone ducked under that howitzer back up the middle. Don't know if it shook him up or what, but he has not been the same guy since.
And pitching coach Carl Willis heads out to the mound to have a chat with him, just to see if they can settle him down here, get him out of the inning and back into the dugout. It's 2-0 Phillies on the 2-run single by Stott, but it was Harper's rocket with 1 out that got the inning going. Then Bohm with a base hit. Great play by Manzardo to take a base hit away from Marsh. And then the 2-run single from Stott, and Realmuto has singled, setting the table for Adolis Garcia. Big right-handed hitter who struck out his first time up. The pitch to him. Down low, ball 1, but Patrick Bailey doesn't buy it. He wants to challenge. He thought it was a strike. First Guardians challenge on the night. And it is a strike. Bailey, who was 4 for 5 the other day in Detroit on challenges, is successful on his first attempt here tonight. And he's been pretty solid most of the year, even with the Giants. Here's the 0-1, runner on the move at first. Bailey throws down, the runner stops, and Bazana cut in front of the bag. The runner at third bluffed, but then stayed, and it'll be a stolen base for Realmuto as the Phillies, playing it aggressive on the bases, advance a runner. Well, Realmuto stopped, so Bazana came in front of the bag to make sure that the runner at third, Stott, did not take off for home. He bluffed. Meanwhile, we have another ABS challenge by Bailey, and that pitch is a strike as well. Originally called a ball, so it's an 0-2 count. The pitch, low and outside for a ball, 1-2. Again, only 2-0 right now. This is a huge hitter for Ciccone, trying to get out of the inning. Here's his 1-2 pitch. Swung on, foul back and out of play, upper deck. And we'll do it again on 1-2 to Garcia. In on a 1-year deal with the Phillies. They're trying to see if he can recapture some of his form from his big seasons in Texas. His numbers down a bit a season ago, and the Rangers let him walk. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, ground ball to short. Backhand pickup, Schneemann. Throws on his way to first in time for the out, and the side is retired. But the Phillies score 2, and we head to the 5th. Philadelphia 2, the Guardians nothing.
Driven to right. Church is gonna make a diving catch.
If he doesn't catch that ball, Witt's on third base at least.
Again down the left field line. Gilbert giving chase, and he made the catch.
The Giants are putting on a clinic defensively.
And there's a swing on a high fly ball, right field. Nimmo is back near the wall. Leaps, and he got it! Brandon Nimmo brings a home run back.
Carroll's had a day.
He makes a sliding catch. Corbin Carroll way back, and it's gone. Corbin Carroll with a second today. Back he goes. It's gone. Edgar Carroll walks it off in the 10th. Celebrate that, man, because the Sox take the series from the Cubs.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Riley Green looking to add on and maybe take a lead. Riley Green, fly ball right center field. This one's deep. Watch it fly! Gone! How about it? Riley Green's first of the postseason delivers a 4-3 lead for the Tigers in the 6th.
Wow, just stayed on that breaking ball. Man, did he hammer that thing. That was 3/4 of the way up those seats out there in right center field.
And Guardians will try and make some headway on the comeback trail against one of the best pitchers in the game today, Zach Wheeler. He will face, as there's a swing and a foul back, Angel Martinez, the batter. Bottom third of the Guardians lineup due in against Wheeler here in the 5th. He's allowed 1 hit. He has struck out 6 and walked a batter. Next pitch to Martinez, rolled on the ground to first, dug out by Harper. Flips to Wheeler covering in time for the out. 1 away. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend. It's coming up June 5th through the 7th. Encouraging youngsters everywhere to get out and play. You can visit playball.org to register for a free event near you. Here's Stephen Kwan. Kwan popped to second his first time up. Looks like, I shouldn't even say it. I was going to say it looks like maybe the mist has stopped completely, but I don't think so. It's hard to tell. It's a fine mist, but well, you look down in the seats and so many of these fans have the ponchos on. Here's the pitch to Kwan. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count on the Guardians center fielder tonight. Hitting in the number 8 spot in the lineup. Trying to get it going at the plate. Here's the 0-2 to Kwan. Called strike 3 on the inside corner, and Kwan says, wait a minute. Ask for a challenge. And it is a ball inside, so a 3rd successful challenge already for the Guardians. 2 by Patrick Bailey, the catcher. And now at the plate, Stephen Kwan, successful. Here's Wheeler's 1-2 delivery. Outside and high. 2-2. Wheeler peeks in over the glove. The right-hander lets it fly. And it's swung on and drilled high and deep to right, but back and making the catch just as he got to the warning track is Adolis Garcia for the second out in the inning. Patrick Bailey steps in. A walk his first time up. From screening to diagnosis to treatment, Cleveland Clinic offers the highest quality care for skin cancer and melanoma. Visit clevelandclinic.org/melanoma to learn more. Bailey, switch hitter, left side. Here's the pitch to him. He swings and drills it foul down the right side. A screamer off the bat of Bailey, but well foul. Here's the 0-1 from Wheeler. Swung on, foul tipped into the glove, and quickly it is 0-2 on Patrick Bailey. Wheeler is at 83 pitches now. So Guardians trying to get him out of there before it gets too deep into this game. Here's his 0-2 pitch. Down low. 1-2 the count. Good splitter that time from Wheeler. The veteran righty lets it go with the 1-2. Swung on, foul back into the net. And we'll do it again at 1-2 on Bailey, who doesn't have the average going yet for the Guardians, but he's taken his walks and driven in 3 runs, couple in key spots against the Tigers. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just a bit outside. 2-2 the count. Wheeler on his cold night with just the short sleeve undershirt underneath his jersey. The 2-2. Outside, ball 3. So often for pitchers who are used to pitching without the sleeves, even if it's cold, they don't like to go ahead and wear the sleeves just as a distraction. Now the payoff pitch to Bailey. He swings and hits a high chopper to the second baseman. Stott Fields throws, got him at first on a close play. Side retired in order for the Guardians. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Phillies 2.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Beer, and more beer. Hey! It's like Jenga.
Broken bat for Freeland. Ball to second. Corner boots it. Everybody's safe. Whatever superstition you have, you're employing it right now.
Not sure why that was Chargers' ball, and he misjudged it.
He literally has a shirt that says "dump here."
He's got a 62 shirt.
That's pretty awesome. That's just impressive preparation.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
The affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
Slade Ciccone back to work after allowing 2 runs last inning. Guardians trailing 2-0 as we head to the bottom half of inning number 5. Don't forget, Guardians and Red Sox next Friday night, continuing the homestand for the Guardians. A Sugartail Dollar Dog Night, great post-game fireworks presented by Dollar Bank. Get your tickets at CLEGuardians.com. Justin Crawford leads things off for the Phillies, and he takes a pitch on the outside corner for strike one from Ciccone. Crawford, the son of Carl Crawford, longtime major leaguer, great career with Tampa Bay at the start. The 0-1 swung on, popped him up high in the air, left side, long run for anyone. Schneemann chasing, foul ground near the tarp. He makes the catch and then eases back into the tarp after making that nice grab, going a long way to do it. That's that wind that's going across hard from right to left. Trey Turner steps in. Turner has bounced to third, struck out in 2 trips. Here's the pitch to him. Off speed, swung on and missed for strike one. Turner now 32, a former first-round pick of the Padres back in 2014 out of North Carolina State. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, tipped foul at home plate. Big rip. Didn't get it, or at least much of it, and it's 0-2. Get you the injury report this half inning. It's presented by Elk & Elk. If an auto accident or medical malpractice caused you injury, call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. The 0-2 bounced it in there for a ball. 1-2 on the injured list for the Guardians. Gabriel Arias still trying to make his way back from that hamstring injury, going on well more than a month now. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, ground ball to third. Nice backhand stop. Ramirez, long throw, got him. Nice play by Ramirez, making the long throw across after the backhand pickup, and it's 2 up, 2 down for the Phillies as Kyle Schwarber steps in. Schwarber coming off a stretch where he missed 3 straight games with a stomach issue. He had played in 225 consecutive games before that, so he's been a durable player and productive, to say the least, as he takes a pitch low and in for ball 1. Guardians have handled him in this series. He's 0 for 2 tonight, 0 for 6 in the series with 5 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0. Down low, ball 2. Ciccone doing a little landscaping there on the mound near where he would land with that front foot. And kind of surprising we haven't seen more issues on the mound or at the home plate area. The grounds crew, I don't believe, has come out and added any drying agent at all. So the field holding up well so far with steady rain. Here's the 2-0 to Schwarber. Swung on, foul back and out of play. 2-1 the count. Guardians down 2-0. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Finale of the series tomorrow afternoon, a 1:35 first pitch. And it's back home to face the Nationals Monday night. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back. Again, same spot right behind home plate, up over the screen, and it's 2-2 on Schwarber. Boy, what a road trip it's been already for Cleveland, winning the first 5 games of the trip. They'll need to come from behind to do it here tonight. Ciccone with a 2-2 count. Here's his pitch. Swung on, foul back again and out of play. So we'll do it again on 2-2 to Kyle Schwarber. Strong left-handed hitter. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good bounce back inning from Ciccone. Sets the side out in order. 5 complete in Philly. It's the Phillies 2, the Guardians nothing.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, like big league card. Obviously as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it, but as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Top of the order, top of the sixth, 2-0 Philadelphia on a 2-out, 2-run single in the fourth by Bryson Stott. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton back with you. Travis Bazzana, ground out pop-up, and he cuts and misses. Good split. Well, Zach Wheeler, probably his last inning, 88 pitches through 5, has struck out 6, walked 1. He's given up 2 hits. Bazzana swings and misses, sticking with that split finger. Wheeler, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. The right-hander's ready. Here it comes. And it's swung on, popped him up. Foul ball near the Philly first base dugout. Caught by the catcher, JT Realmuto. Here's Jose Ramirez. He has popped up and struck out. Not many balls hit hard by Cleveland. The Guardians, a double by Chase DeLauder, a double by Rhys Hoskins, and a walk for Patrick Bailey. That's it. Wind howling, mist flying. A raw 53 degrees as the pitch up and in turns Ramirez out of the way. Phillies have a right-hander ready in the bullpen, well beyond the wall, just to the right of center. The pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, his split finger is devastating. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the kick in the 1-1. Swing and a foul off to the left, 1-2. What a two-headed monster the Phillies have at the top of their rotation. Christopher Sanchez and Zach Wheeler. Goodness, they never give up runs. Now the 1-2. Up and in, 2-2. Combined, those guys, well, let's see. Sanchez now an ERA of 1.62. Wheeler with the pitch. And it's swung on, line drive, right field. Garcia there to make the shoulder high catch, 2 down. So Sanchez has an earned run average of 1.62. Wheeler's ERA is 1.70. Can you imagine if Philly gets things turned around and they're back in the playoffs come October? Who in the world wants to face this team with those two guys, games 1 and 2? Here's Chase DeLauder, 2 down, 6th inning, 2-0 Philly. DeLauder checks on a splitter strike. Now the wind, now the 0-1. Swing and a foul off to the right by first base coach Sandy Alomar Jr. 0-2. Tomorrow, 1:35 start. Parker Messick against Andrew Painter. Painter has been scuffling. Messick has been tremendous. The 0-2. Swung on, line shot to left, but it hangs up. Caught by Marsh. Well, Cleveland had a couple of balls hard. That'll be the end of the night. Zach Wheeler gave them 99 pitches through 6 shutout innings. Cleveland has not scored a run this week.
Favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Breaking ball lined into the gap in right center and in for a hit.
And that was a botch of what should have been a single.
It sure was. Went right off the heel of Teoscar Hernandez's glove when he boxed it.
Jaime Torkelson threw a baby overhand. He couldn't catch it.
How about that? First ball to the rookie making his major league debut. He loses it in the sun.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
For many more miles. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Bryce Harper leads off and takes a curveball down and in, ball 1. Bottom of the 6th inning, 2-0 Phillies. Harper 1 for 2, singled and scored in their 2-run 4th. Ciccone, 5 strikeouts, no walks. Harper cuts and misses, 1-1. A lot of games are already postponed. Detroit at Baltimore, Tampa in New York against the Yankees. Now the set in the 1-1, down and away 2-1. St. Louis buried Cincinnati 8-1. Miami over the Mets 4-1. Washington shut out Atlanta 2-0, surprising Nationals in Cleveland Monday. Harper fouls one into the third base seats, and the count 2-2. The Cubs have now lost 7 in a row, shut out at home by Houston 3-0. San Francisco hammered the White Sox 10-3. Kansas City a 5-0 shutout of Seattle. Royals had lost 4 straight. The 2-2. Ripped up the middle again, and Ciccone had to duck under another laser shot off the bat of Harper. Back-to-back at bats where Harper has Ciccone getting out of the way for dear life. That'll bring up Alec Boehm, 1 for 2 with a single. Minnesota beat Boston 4-2. Toronto a 5-2 win over Pittsburgh, and here it is 2-0 Phillies, 6th inning. Cleveland's bullpen is stirring. Righty-righty matchup. Boehm takes a little bit outside, ball 1. Your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers bringing you that score update. 2 runs, 6 hits for Philly. Cleveland being shut out on 2 hits. The pitch, down and away, 2-0. Like Ciccone may have slipped a little bit on that landing area, driving off the rubber. Meanwhile, the right-hander Matt Festa warming in the Cleveland bullpen. And the home plate umpire, Jordan Baker, wants to see if Slade Ciccone needs some of that drying agent or some work done the front of the mound where you land. You can really dig it up, but looks like Ciccone says, I'm good. We were almost 2 hours late in getting started. It is a brutally raw, cold 53-degree night in Philly. The pitch, and it's on the outside corner, a strike. Bailey had already challenged the call, but then Jordan Baker said, nope, it's a strike. A little late on the call there by Baker. And the count 2-1. Here's the next offering. And it's low, 3-1. Now, once again, after Ciccone got low bridged by Harper, looks like it's impacting him. The following hitter or hitters. Now the 3-1, and Bohm takes ball 4. It's low. That may be the end of the night. You just can't afford to get any further back. We'll see what Stephen Vogt does. First walk, 2 on. Nobody out, 6th inning, 2-0 Philly. And Stephen Vogt is going to go to Matt Festa. And we've got a pitching change here in Pennsylvania, presented by your Spartan Storm Shield, the roof system to last your lifetime. Visit SpartanStormShield.com. We'll be back.
Is your roof protecting your home or putting it at risk? Roof damage often starts small and stays unnoticed until it leads to costly repairs.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Well, Matt Festa is becoming a master of getting Cleveland out of a jam. It's a great role. It's a tough role because you have really no margin for error, but he is so adept at getting Cleveland out of these jams here in the 6th, trying to keep Cleveland in this game. 2-0 Philly with Harper at second, Bohm at first, nobody out, and Brandon Marsh the batter. Matt Festa, his 23rd appearance, he's 1-0 with a save and a .464 ERA. Fastball, cutter, slider. Marsh, left-handed, has struck out, been robbed of a hit at first by Mansardo. He bunts one up in the air, foul. Into the seats, third base side. To say Brandon Marsh doesn't look comfortable bunting would be similar to saying Rosie and I would look weird with wings. That is one of the worst bunt attempts you will ever see from a major league hitter. Now the 0-1, he squares again, and he bunts this one, third base side foul. I wonder how many times he's bunted in the major leagues. He doesn't have any sacrifice bunt hits this year. And based on those two bunts, he hasn't been asked to do it very often. In his major league career, Brandon Marsh does have 9 sack bunts. Now the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Wow. That is a mammoth strikeout, and it keeps the runners at first and second. And you think of Philly, and you don't think sacrifice bunts with all the thunder in this lineup. The Phils as a team have 2 sack bunts. Cleveland has 11. Here is Bryson Stott, his 2-run single to center in the 4th. The difference in this game. The pitch, and it's... not sure what was wrong with it. Called a ball. Stott, left-handed batter. 20 RBIs for Stott this month. 20. He had 5 in March and April. The 1-0 pitch. That's in there, a called strike on the slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Can Matt Festa come to the rescue again? Slade Ciccone went 5 innings, allowed 6 hits, struck out 5, walked 1. The right-hander's ready. Here it comes. High, throw back to second. It bounces in there. Schneemann throw to third, and a steal of third by Harper. Harper was a dead tuna. He had strayed too far, but Bailey's throw took a while to get to second. A one-hopper. And Schneemann, by the time he threw to third, Harper got bailed out and has a steal, his 4th. Boy, that would have been the second out in the inning. That is a huge play. Now runners at the corners and the infield end. 1 out, 2-0 Philly. A 2-1 count on Stott. The pitch. And it's high and wide. Ball 3, 3-1. Boy, Cleveland has been so incredibly good at nailing runners, either back picking, pitchers picking off runners. They had another one, but Harper got out of it. The pitch, and it's high and wide, and they're loaded up on the walk. So Bohm to second. Stott with the walk heads to first. Harper's already at third. And the batter is JT Realmuto. Realmuto, couple of singles and 2 at-bats. Realmuto has only 8 RBIs. This guy's normally a very good hitting catcher. The pitch, infield back. He swings through it, strike 1. Festa's been so good at coming in as he fires up and in and stopping inherited runners from scoring. He has inherited 23 runners this year and only 4 have scored. That is tremendous. But a big jam here. Bases are loaded. Infield back, 1 down, 2-0 Philly in the 6th. The pitch fouled off third base side and a 1-2 count on Realmuto. Thing about Festa, he never panics. He just is able to really slow that heartbeat and execute his pitches. Realmuto not fast, so if he hits one on the ground here, a chance to get out of it with an inning-ending double play. The pitch, and he foul tips it into Bailey's glove for the strikeout. The second by Festa. Bases stay loaded. Cleveland stays within striking distance. And now with 2 down, here is Adolis Garcia, strikeout and a ground out. Festa 1 out away from doing it again. Bases loaded. 2 down, 2-0 Phillies, 6th inning. Outfield a bit toward right. The pitch is wide. Ball 1. Garcia hitless in his last 15 at-bats. The pitch. Waved at it. He may have chased one that was outside. 1-1 the count. Harper at third. Bohm at second. Stott at first. 2 down. Philadelphia 2, Cleveland nothing. 6th inning. Boy, a couple of dandy games last night and tonight. The pitch. Inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Festa fires. And it's high. 3-1. Garcia has big boy power. I mean, he could launch one here to blow this thing open. Now he backs away. Adolis Garcia, time and again, had monster hits for the champion Texas Rangers. Now the 3-1. Ball 4, he missed high, and the Phillies get a gift run. After Festa did all that work, walks in a run. Harper scores. It's 3-0 Philly. Bases stay loaded. Bohm to third. Stott to second. Garcia to first with his 15th RBI. And Justin Crawford, the rookie center fielder, number 9 hitter, to the plate. Festa's pitch. Wide again. Ball 1. Boy, we've seen a lot of bases loaded walks this year in baseball. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on a weak bouncing ball to second. Bazzana gets rid of it and gets the speedy Crawford. So Cleveland is still in this game, but Philly now leads at 3-0. The 7th is next on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Left center Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it.
Looked like it was going to be a really good play for Gertrude Profar.
He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless.
Got it there.
Yes, indeed.
And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee?
That's wild. I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
Driven to right. Church is gonna make a diving catch.
If he doesn't catch that ball, Witt's on third base at least.
Again down the left field line. Gilbert giving chase, and he made the catch.
The Giants are putting on a clinic defensively.
And there's a swing on a high fly ball, right field. Memo is back near the wall. Leaps, and he got it. Brandon Nimmo brings a home run back.
Carroll's had a day.
He makes a sliding catch. Corbin Carroll way back, and it's gone. Corbin Carroll with a second today. Back he goes. It's gone. Edgar Carroll walks it off in the 10th. Celebrate that, man, because the Sox take the series from the Cubs.
Well, right-hander who can light up the radar gun is coming out of the Philly bullpen, Orion Kerkering. Upper 90s fastball, sinker, split, slider. 3-0 Phillies, 7th inning. Here's Kyle Mansardo. Kerkering's pitch, and he backdoored him, a called strike on a slider. Kerkering 6'2", 217. He's 24 years of age. The pitch, and a little topper headed out toward the mound. Fielded by Kirkering, and he throws out Manzardo, who's struck out twice and tapped one back to the pitcher. What a night for Zach Wheeler. 99 pitches, as Cleveland hasn't scored yet off a Philly starter. Wheeler went 6 innings and blanked Cleveland on 2 hits. Walked 1, struck out 6. Kirkering, he delivers, and a strike called on Rhys Hoskins, who's doubled and struck out. Kirkering, a 2.60 ERA, couple of wins, a save. The pitch, and it's inside off the catcher's mitt. Kirkering went to the University of South Florida. He lets it rip, and it's way outside. 2-1 the count. Pretty good Philly bullpen. Orion Kirkering, he fires, and it's fouled back and out of play. 2-2. Last year, Kirkering, 69 games. 2 years ago, 64. He has a 2.79 ERA in his career with Philly. The 2-2. And he got him swinging. Looked like a slider away. 2 down as Hoskins strikes out. Here's Daniel Schneemann.
Shortstop Daniel Schneemann.
Schneemann, a left-handed hitter, has struck out, grounded out. The pitch to him, and it's over but low, ball 1. We'll see the Washington Nationals on Monday at 6:10, and you folks come and get a City Connect plush blanket. So get your tickets at CLEGuardians.com. Backdoor breaking ball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Washington, about as big a surprise as any team in the game. The pitch. Swing and a miss. There was that split. I think you look at Washington in the National League and the White Sox in the American League might be the 2 biggest Major League surprise teams so far. The pitch, down low, 2-2. Boston will be in Cleveland next weekend. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Kirkering makes quick work of Schneemann and the Guardians. Stretch time in Philly. It's 3-0 Philadelphia on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Hank Greenberg helped popularize the first baseman's mitt, holding a massive 13-inch pocketed glove. That was quickly banned, reducing the maximum size to 12 inches. Paul Richards also developed a black hole-sized catcher's mitt. This ginormous thing, measuring 42 inches in circumference, was known as Big Bertha, or the Elephant, for its massive size. It was swiftly outlawed as well.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later.
Sound familiar, Dale?
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Sean Armstrong to work the bottom of the 7th. 3-0 Philly. See your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers for the Toyota Camry. America's best-selling car, all new hybrid. Built right here in the U.S. For all Toyota offers, go to Toyota.com. Matt Festa worked a scoreless inning, walked in a run. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Slade Ciccone gave up 3 runs on 6 hits in 5 innings, struck out 5, walked 1. Armstrong appearing in his 14th game, a win, a 3.97 ERA. Sean Armstrong, fastball, sinker, cutter, slider. Philly got a 2-out, 2-run single in the 4th from Bryson Stott, and the bases loaded, walk in the 6th. And that's your ball game. 3-0 Philadelphia. As we spend this holiday weekend in this historic city of Philadelphia, the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and that is right down the street in Independence Hall. Home of the Liberty Bell. There are 67 National Historic Landmarks in this city. Top of the order, here's Trey Turner. The pitch. And it's all the way to the backstop outside for ball 1. The very first library in this country was founded in Philadelphia by, of all people, Ben Franklin. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul. So he did more than fly kites. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a city of firsts. The first ever hospital, the first ever zoo, all in this city. The pitch, down and away a ball, 2-1 the count. The first university, which Rosie was at, Penn. The 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. In fact, this city now has 18 4-year universities or colleges in the metro area. 18. The 2-2. Swing and a foul back. You think of Boston, you think of Philadelphia. And boy, it'd be hard to come up with any 2 cities with more higher education facilities. The pitch, a swing and a liner towards center. Quan charging in, reaches up and snags it. Trey Turner now 0 for 8 in the series. 1 down, here's Kyle Schwarber. Boy, has he had a tough weekend so far. 0 for 7 with 6 strikeouts. One out, nobody on. 3-0 Philly. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The set and delivery. And it's inside a ball. Kyle Schwarber, really good high school football player. Thought about playing it in college, but then went to Indiana to play baseball. Pitch way inside all the way to the backstop. 2-0 the count. He helped take the Indiana Hoosiers to Omaha and the College World Series in 2013. Now the 2-0 pitch. Bullseye. 2-1 the count. Hey, when you've got rust to bust, use PB Blaster. It's a Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster, always working like a pro. Now the 2-1. Fouled it at the plate. 2-2. Sean Armstrong, you'll turn 36 in September, still throwing the ball well. He fires, And Schwarber takes strike 3 on the inside corner. 7 strikeouts in 8 at-bats this weekend for Schwarber. 2 down in the 7th, 3-0 Philadelphia. Here's Bryce Harper. 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and scored a pair of runs. The pitch, a little bit high, ball 1. The next delivery, swing and a foul over the screen off the facing of the second deck. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1. That's in there, 1-2. You think of Bryce Harper, number 1 pick in the draft from not that far away. Washington Nationals, then signed up with Philly when he became a free agent. The pitch to him, and he rips one back up the middle again. Base hit into right center. So a 3-hit game for Bryce Harper. He's just taking everything back up the middle. Here's Alec Bohm, 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Righty-righty matchup. Bohm played collegiately at Wichita State. He's never quite become the superstar that I think people envisioned when he came out of college. The pitch, and Bohm takes a called strike. Alec Bohm. He was the 3rd player picked in the entire draft 8 years ago. Now the 0-1. On the outer edge, a strike, 0-2. He's had good years, but he's not been what you would consider a superstar. 97 RBIs, 2 different seasons, 20 home runs tops. Now the 0-2 to Bohm. Runner goes, pitches outside, throw to second, not in time. Good jump by Harper, and he went in with a head-first slide on his 4th steal. And Cleveland's challenging the safe call. Travis Bazzana thought he got the leg of Harper as he went in with a head-first slide by Bazzana. He may be right. Travis Bazzana signaled to the third base dugout to challenge that call. It was bang, bang. We'll see what New York says. Right now, runner at second, 2 down. Philly batting in the 7th, on top by a score of 3-0. Tigers were rained out in Baltimore. Yankees were rained out at home against Tampa. Cleveland's leaving the field. They saw the replay on the mammoth video board above the second deck and left, and they said, we don't need New York to make the call. We just made it.
After review, the call is overturned. The runner's out. Cleveland retains the challenge.
So the call is overturned, and it's a caught stealing 2-4 on Harper to end the inning. We go to the 8th, 3-0. Philly on top of Cleveland.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet, porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Hank Greenberg helped popularize the first baseman's mitt, holding a massive 13-inch pocketed glove. That was quickly banned, reducing the maximum size to 12 inches. Paul Richards also developed a black hole-sized catcher's mitt. This ginormous thing, measuring 42 inches in circumference, was known as Big Bertha, or the Elephant, for its massive size. It was swiftly outlawed as well.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Eighth inning ball game, and here's a guy we saw a lot of in Kansas City when he was a starter. Big sinker baller, thriving in the bullpen, Brad Keller. First pitch strike to Angel Martinez, who's 0 for 2 and 1 for his last 18. 3-0 Philly here in the eighth. Keller kicks and delivers. Martinez pops it foul, third base side. Bohm near the stands, and he can't get over there. I don't know if Bohm saw it all the way. And it fell right near the stands. It looked like if he gotten over there, he'd have had a play. But Angel Martinez, new life. Boy, Brad Keller has really found a niche in the bullpen. And Keller, a 3.92 ERA in 21 outings, couple of wins, 3 saves. Big right-hander lets it fly, and it's all the way to the backstop off the top of the glove of Realmuto. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Orion Kettering, Orion Kirkering, scoreless inning, couple of strikeouts. Martinez fouling it back. Cleveland's only had 2 hits and 3 base runners tonight. Couple of doubles by Chase DeLauder and Rhys Hoskins. Martinez rips it foul down the right side out of play. So better at bat here for Angel Martinez. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Keller pumps, delivers. Down and away. Missed with a changeup in the count 2-2. Keller's a big man. And he also works quickly. Here it comes. Swung on, lifted in the air, medium deep right center. Crawford, Garcia both there. And Crawford, the center fielder, with the catch. Keller listed at 6'5", 255, 30 years of age, Georgia native. A lot of fastballs, a lot of sinkers, sliders, changeups. Throwing upper 90s now that he works out of the bullpen, doesn't have to pace himself. Here's Stephen Kwan fouling it off third base side, strike 1. Kwan has popped up, flied out, hitting 8th tonight. The pitch, and he just missed outside at 93 miles per hour with a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kwan. The kick and delivery. And he hits a ground ball weakly to first. Harper makes the play himself. 2 down. That'll bring up Patrick Bailey. He's walked and grounded out. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Well, Cleveland got a pinch hit home run from Kyle Manzardo last night in the 9th. That's the only run they have scored. Philly didn't score any last night, and they have 3 tonight, so a pitching dominant series so far. The pitch to Bailey, and he taps it first base side foul, strike 1. Well, the Guardians and PNC Bank are going to bat for small business. Join PNC Bank in honoring 6 local businesses making a difference in the community. Some way, somehow, with all the rain, we've gotten this game in as well as last night. Pitch is wide, 1-1. Forecast isn't great for tomorrow, but I don't know that anyone thought we'd even have 2 games in by now. Here's the 1-1. Outside 2-1. It was so bad today that we were told, stand by, that at 11 o'clock this morning we would know if the game was canceled or not. And they elected to try to play it, and here we are in the 8th. The pitch. Swing and a foul off third base side, 2-2. Now we were nearly 2 hours late in getting started, but so what? Getting the game in, and that is way better than a day-night doubleheader tomorrow. Neither team wanted that. Now the 2-2. Swing and a foul again, third base lower deck. And Bailey, he's having good at bats, just now looking for some results. Out of North Carolina State University, the 2-2. Got him swinging. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still a shutout for the Phillies, who lead at 3-0.
Since day one of your child's life, you've
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales, and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
All right, so here's the Mets home jersey. To me, growing up in New York, also a very iconic jersey. The blue pinstripes that represented the Dodgers. Got the orange outline, which represented the Giants, which are the 2 teams that left New York. And then subsequently, the Mets were created. You know, my parents were Mets fans growing up, and this was the jersey that I also dreamed of wearing.
Cleveland goes to its bullpen one more time as the Guardians, trailing the Phils by a score now of 3-0 in the bottom of the 8th inning. So the new daddy, Peyton Paulette, and his wife with a baby daughter, Layla, back with the club now. He'll face Alec Bohm, and he pumps one in there called strike. Mom and baby daughter all doing fine according to Peyton, their first child. The pitch, and it's in the dirt. So it's his first outing as a dad. Peyton Paulette, the Rule 5 pick from the White Sox. Good stuff. He's just had some command issues. The pitch, and it's downstairs, 2-1. Paulette, a 5.49 ERA in 15 outings, 13 walks, 21 strikeouts in 19 innings. He delivers, and it's hit on the ground sharply to first, handled by Manzardo, runs to the bag to retire Bohm. One down. 36,125 the paid attendance. The only people happy that tonight's game was played would be the 2 teams and the business department of the Phillies. Because the fans that paid for tickets and didn't show up probably are not real happy this game was played. Brandon Marsh taking up high. Out of the 36,000 tickets sold, we may have had maybe 10, 12,000 here tonight. Marsh 0 for 3. Now the wind and the pitch. And it's outside, 2-0. Everybody wrapped up in winter coats, blankets. That pitch fouled upstairs, and it's the Memorial Weekend. 2 balls and a strike. And tomorrow's not going to be much better. Again, a lot of rain will be in the area again tomorrow. And the expected high tomorrow will be in the low 60s, so that's obviously 10 degrees warmer. That pitch down and away, 3-1 the count. Here's the wind and delivery, and it's high, and he's walked another. Marsh is aboard with a 1-out walk, 3-0 Phillies here in the 8th. That'll bring up Bryson Stott. Big 2-run single in the 4th. The other run came in on a bases-loaded walk in the 6th. Stott, a left-handed hitter. The set and the delivery is in there, a strike at 95 miles per hour. 0-1 the count. Paulette, he's ready. Here it comes. A swing and a miss. Curveball. 0-2. Paulette works fairly quickly. He lets it rip. And a fly ball into shallow left. Out is Ramirez in Martinez. Ramirez in foul ground. The third baseman down the left field line makes the catch on Stott. 2 down. JT Realmuto. 2 down. Runner at first. 3-0 Philly in the 8th. The pitch, bullseye, 0-1 the count. The next offering, and time called. Now we're ready. The pitch in the dirt, kicks away from Bailey out in front of the plate. Wild pitch advances Marsh to second. 3-0 Philly. This game gets played here tonight. A few hours north of us in New York, the Yankees were rained out. A few hours south of us in Baltimore, the Orioles and Tigers were rained out. But this game somehow got played. 3-0 Philly. That pitch up and away, 2-1. And the rain has pretty much stopped now. It's just darn cold. Paulette's ready. Here comes the 2-1. Outside again, 3-1. Realmuto, a couple of hits tonight. Open stance deep in the box, the 3-1, and he fouls it into the home plate seating area. Full count. In the Cleveland ninth, it'll be the top of the order. Phillies got multiple ways to go at you in the ninth inning. They can go with Duran. They can go with Alvarado. They can go with a number of people. The pitch, and it's low and away, challenged by Patrick Bailey. Cleveland's been very good on the challenges tonight. And the result here on this It's low. Lost that challenge, so it is a walk. Realmuto to first. 2 out, 2 on. 3-0 Philadelphia. Bottom of the 8th inning as Paulette's walked a pair. Adolis Garcia to the plate. Right-hander against right-hander. The set. The pitch. In the dirt, he bounced it. Good block by Bailey for ball 1. For Paulette, 19 pitches made, only 8 strikes. Thus, catcher Patrick Bailey is going to walk the baseball out to the mound. Tanner Banks, another guy that's been a closer in his career. The left-hander warming right now in the Philly bullpen. Now the pitch, and it might have been outside, ball 1. Two out, 2 on. 3-0 Philadelphia, 8th inning. The set, the pitch, way high and outside. 2-0 the count. Well, this game was flying. Paulette just having a dickens of a time finding the strike zone. Here it comes. There's the strike. Well, he's had a lot on his plate. Gone from the ball club for a few days for the birth of their daughter back at Fairview Hospital. That's a lot more important than a baseball game. 3 balls and a strike. 2 outs, 2 on. 3-0 Philadelphia, 8th inning. The next delivery. Inside, he walked him. They're loaded up on 3 walks. Adolis Garcia heads to first. Justin Crawford, the number 9 hitter, to the plate. He's 0 for 3, and Carl Willis, the pitching coach, heading to the mound. And again, with Cleveland in first place and expected to be a playoff contender all year, this is the difficulty carrying a guy in your bullpen that's a Rule 5 pick. You love the potential and the arm of Peyton Paulette. The question's going to be, can you carry him all year knowing that, look, he's not ready, not a finished product yet, and you can't really use him in games where you either have a 1 or a 2-run lead. You're using him in a game tonight where you're down 3-0 in the 8th. And that's where it could get a little bit dicey as we get a little deeper into the season and could make a tough decision when Andrew Walters is healthy and ready to come back up. All right, Crawford digs in. Bases loaded, 2 down, 3-0 Philly. And the pitch sails high, ball 1. So 24 pitches made, 15 balls, 9 strikes. The 1-0 delivery. Down and in, ball 2, 2-0. He fires, bullseye. 2 balls and a strike on Crawford, who's 0 for 6 in the series. 17th player chosen in the first round 4 years ago. Las Vegas high school kid. The pitch. And he takes strike 2 to even the count. Boy, last year in AAA, he had 46 steals and a .334 batting average. Crawford awaits the 2-2. Here it comes. Ball 3, it's high. Full count. So traveling time for Brandon Marsh. He's at third. JT Realmuto at second. And Adolis Garcia at first. The payoff. Strike 3 called. He'll challenge it. He thought the pitch might have been high or outside. And the result is strike 3 called, ending over 3-0 Phillies. We go to the 9th.
That's my security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted a famous dog, so she told me to do it.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Well, last night Cleveland got to this guy. Maybe we should say Kyle Manzardo did with a pinch hit home run in the 9th. And Cleveland won it 1-0. Save scenario tonight for Joan Duran. 100 miles an hour with a fastball. He's got the curveball and a mid-90s split finger. Duran also has 8 saves and as many opportunities. A 198 earned run average, 22 strikeouts in 13 innings. However, with the exception of this guy, Travis Bazzana, Cleveland's had a lot of looks at Duran throughout the years because he was in the division with Minnesota. And manager Stephen Vogt said that came into play last night. Now Travis Bazzana hasn't seen him. 0 for 3 tonight. Duran is a right-handed pitcher who's having some issues with his communication device. He got traded to Philly last summer when Minnesota basically decimated their bullpen, trading everybody away, and Philly really fortified their pen, getting Duran for the run last year, and now obviously have him as their closer here in 2026. Gets a new earpiece, so he's good to go. Bazzana hasn't had a hit in the series, 0 for 7 tonight. Ground out, pop up, foul out. Duran, the wind and pitch, and it's on the outer edge, called strike. Duran's ready. The windup and the pitch. A swing and a line drive, base hit to right, between right field and the line. It'll roll to the wall, and Bazzana's on his way to second with his second double of the year. Well, can Cleveland get at this guy again? Remember how many times they tortured him when he was with the Minnesota Twins? Now Jose Ramirez 0 for 3. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Cleveland with just its third hit tonight. They've all been doubles. Philly has 7 hits. 3-0 Phils. The set. The pitch. And it's high and wide, ball one. Well, let's see if Duran remembers last night and if the past has scarred him at all in his journeys against the Guardians. Now the 1-0 to Ramirez. And he fouled it back. He was all over it. A 100-mile-an-hour fastball. One of the things Duran got criticized for when Cleveland got to him a number of times with the Twins, they kept beating him. And his curveball. It seemed like he wasn't throwing the split and fastball against Cleveland. Now the 1-1. Swing and a foul right side. Now we're not seeing any curveballs right now. 1-2 the count on Jose Ramirez. That was a 97-mile-an-hour split. So he's thrown a 99-mile-an-hour heater, 100-mile-an-hour heater, 97-mile-an-hour split. Now the 1-2 delivery. Down low, there's that split. And the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, Bazzana at second. Cleveland trailing it 3-0. Can they pull another 9th-inning rabbit out of the hat like they did in the Motor City earlier this week? Here's the pitch. And Ramirez swings and taps it foul off to the right. He fought off another nasty split finger. And the count remains 2-2. Duran goes to the Rosenbach, working in short sleeves. Wind has been strong all night long, gusting out toward left field. But for really the first time this weekend, it's not raining. But it is cold. Now the 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. This one is going to get out of play behind the plate. And a good battle here is Jose Ramirez, 6 pitches deep. On deck, Chase DeLauder. Duran. He's ready. Hands held below the chest. Now he steps off the mound. Stephen Vogt wanted Bazzana at the top of the order to get maybe an extra at bat. Well, it paid off here in the 9th with the leadoff double. Now the 2-2 to Ramirez. And he fouled it off into the first base dugout where the Phillies are. And Jose Ramirez is looking like the guy we have seen throughout his Hall of Fame career over the last, in particular, 2 weeks. He awaits the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Still nobody out. 3-0 Philly. 9th inning. Here it comes. Swing and a foul. Chopped it off right side. We'll do it again at 2-2. Duran's tried everything. Although we haven't seen him throw a curveball yet. Sticking with the fastball and the split. The right-hander's ready. Here it comes. A swing and a foul at the plate. He fought off another splitter. That was the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Splitter or curve, it was hard to tell from up here, but it went down. And he fought it off. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat from Joan Duran. Here it comes. Swung on, hammered to the upper deck, foul down the right side. Wow, he is all over everything. Jose Ramirez, 10 pitches and counting. Again, the set, the 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Shallow left. Turner out. The shortstop called off by the left fielder, and Marsh makes the catch. What a battle. An 11-pitch at bat, and Duran wins it. Lozano stays at second. One down for Chase DeLauder. See if that battle took anything out of Duran. DeLauder tonight, 1 for 3 with a double. Three runs, 7 hits for Philadelphia. No runs, 3 hits for Cleveland. 9th inning, runner at second, 1 down the pitch. Down low, ball 1. Well, if nothing else, Duran's not pitching tomorrow. He worked in last night's game, working here tonight, and he's making a lot of pitches. The next one, fouled at the plate, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. So no matter what happens tonight, there could be a benefit for Cleveland tomorrow, as Duran is 15 pitches. The set, the pitch, and it's on the inside corner, a called strike. Duran's ready. The pitch, up high, ball 1, 1-1 the count. The next delivery, and he waves at it. Cleveland's down to their last strike. A ball and 2 strikes on Manzardo. Lozano at third. 2 down, 9th inning. Philadelphia with a 3-0 lead. Manzardo digs in. Duran's ready. The right-hander checks third. Here it comes. Nope. Time called. Manzardo steps out. Now we'll try it again. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Your ball game's over. Series even at a win apiece. Philadelphia returns the favor with a shutout tonight, beating the Cleveland Guardians by a final score of 3-0.
At Cleveland Clinic,